All right, guys, we back. Episode 3. And I love this. This was personally requested, and I am so excited about this. You can hear the pen clicking, girl. But thank you guys just for, being able to let me share this space first. And I just want to thank each and every one of you guys for all the support. I love each and every one of you guys for every download, every share, everything that you have done so far. So, episode 3, accountability and owning up when you're wrong, female edition. We're doing female and male. So, why not start with the ladies first? So, ladies, let's just start. First off, what does accountability look like? Like, what does accountability look like to you? To me, accountability is just like, I feel owning up when you're wrong. Like, okay, if I yelled at you, even if regardless of what I yelled at you about, it made you feel some type of way, you know what? I take accountability and say, I am wrong for making you feel whatever way I made you feel. But, you know what I'm saying? Two things can be right at the same time. You can be accountable and right, okay? And I ain't trying to say it like that. We ain't trying to get, I told you them red flags, we done with it, but, not too much. Stay with me now. Accountability. You just got to own up. Why is it important to own up? Like, because the same reason your left and your right foot move, not at the same time, baby. Everything is a process. And understanding the reason why really does expedite a process. Think about it. Just really think about it. When you know why somebody defied you, lied to you, cheated on you, stole from you, whatever, you tend to, your mind just moves it back and understand, okay, boom, this person doesn't like me because they're racist. Boom, this person doesn't like me because they don't like people from Memphis. Boom, this person don't like me because they got baby mama drama or mama drama that they still traumatized by but trying to stay in business with me. Boom, you have to understand the reasoning for why, the origin of why is so important. And that's why. Because it gives you an understanding of why this person going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs with you. And how hard can it be to be accountable? It can be hard, guys. Okay, this is for the girls. So when this is girls. I'm just saying that we got some guys in here. I understand, but I'm just saying this is really trying to. This was specially request for females, so I'm just trying to, weigh heavy on the females. It can be hard. It can be hard to be accountable for something even though this person is hurting you, not listening to you, making you feel small, whatever the, case may be, it is hard to, submit in a sense or to just be accountable and say, you know what, okay, so you're acting like this because I called you out your name. So that means for the past 3 weeks, that's why you've been acting like this. It's hard to understand that they can't communicate it to you. I don't know why. I wish I did. Why? Why? I don't know. I don't know. But it can be very hard to when you don't know. That's why I said why. Finding out the reasons of why can really help you with the hardness of the part of being accountable. So why is it important for you to be accountable? Because if you want to be with your partner, babe, that's the only way that you can move forward. Left foot can't just be left all the time. It's gonna need that right foot, baby. If that's why, if you want something to work, it can't just always be about you. You have to know when it's time to put the towel in and give up. You have to know when to fight and what to fight and why is it important not to. Like, you know what I'm saying? All of these things flow in together to say, just be the change that you want, babe. Be the change that you want. And the only way you can do that is create a routine. So I don't know about y'all, but have a real raw, if you can, because sometimes you can't, have a real raw conversation with your partner, whoever they may be, about triggers, what caused this, you know what I'm saying? So basically, if you're being accountable for calling your partner at their name, you tell them, okay, so this is why I did this. And the only way that we can do that is we need to create a routine. So if we're having an argument and you doing the one thing that I'm telling you that's triggering me, babe, when I fly out the handle of failing by calling you out your name, you got to give me some grace, okay? You cannot say, oh, well, you did it again. Well, baby, you trigger me again, okay? So create that routine. If you create that routine, baby, I'm telling you, you can lock in. It take 30 days to create a habit. So imagine if for 30 days you tell yourself, Boom. I know I have a problem with cussing. So every day I'm going to wake up and try to get better at cussing. If I create the routine, it becomes easy. Guys, your girl used to be 250. Okay? Your girl's weighing at 178. Because I had to tell myself every day, if not every day, every other day, I'm going to go live for at least an hour to 2 hours, and that is a workout. And boom, I have failed them pounds right off of me, right before your faces, eyes, and beautiful faces. You know what I'm saying? Baby, create a routine and you can do anything you want to do. It took me years to lose weight. It would take me years to lose weight, babe. I did in a matter of months what took years when I locked in. That's why it's important to focus on why you want to be accountable. Don't just be accountable because you want to have a relationship, have a ring, and have a situation. Because boom, you're going to have exactly what you get. Be accountable because you want to have a healthy space. Create the space that you want to enter. Create the space that you want to live in. You cannot be undone and then get mad when this man is coming into your space. Imagine you've been away, y'all been away from each other, but as soon as you come up in each other's faces, it's boom, right back to the same thing. It's because y'all got to create this space and understand that honesty is the only way that you can create this space. How does a person know that you're uncomfortable if you're not telling them? So with accountability, you have to be raw and authentic. You got to be. I called you a bitch because da 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 da. Now he understand. With understanding, we can move forward. You can't move forward. You can't get to the finish line if you won't understand what the goal is. Think about it. If you don't, why you think they be, when you run in a race, they be saying 5K, 5K, 5K? Because, baby, you knowing that you running a 5K. Imagine in the middle of a 5K run, they tell you, nope, sorry, it's actually 10. Baby, you know how frustrating they can be. So imagine in your life when you telling yourself that you want to be with this man, but you going undone. You going off script. Yeah, you ain't doing what you said you was going to do. You're flying off the handle when you said you want. Create that space, babe. And then you talk to him. Last, reflection. I know. It'd be like, ooh, she just get right to it. And you have to. Reflection. The purpose of what you're doing is so important. You cannot be with a man because you got a baby with him. It got to be something else, babe. Because when that babe get older, you still in his face trying to figure out why you with him. So if you know that now, get out. Make sense? Yeah, your purpose needs to have something. We're tired of the limbo. The conveniency relationships are not lasting. Cardi B and Offset, I mean, I love them, but god dang it. Baby, y'all have a beautiful institution. But what was the purpose of it? If you're going to make a mockery of one person that you swore before God that you're going to love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand the purpose of things. People just get married because they want a ring and be mad when you got what you, on your hands and knees praying for. You got exactly that type of marriage. Have some purpose to you. Write a vision, make it plain. Say, God, I want a husband that will take time for me. Allow me to create a space for me. Live and thrive in me. Why you understand that Sierra is able to live and get that man a baby any chance he wants because he lets her live in the space that she created. Makes sense? You know they out there squabbling up and probably having some real raw and authentic, you know what I'm saying, disagreements. But baby, where is flooded through the streets? That's the problem. You want a marriage, but telling everybody that's outside your marriage about your relationship. Now, I ain't trying to say you can't talk to a friend, have you a friend, but sometimes, baby, talk to your friend ain't enough. Baby, talk to God. Oftentimes, I said it, we turn to foolery instead of the one person that's with us through it all. The God you serve is there every step of the way. And you don't even want to ask him for mercy. God, have mercy on my soul. God, give me the strength. Continue to guide me. Sometimes you got to have that purpose, that faith base. You got to have something that's rooting you and why you doing what you doing. and that's all I wanted to really say. We got to reflect on serve only a situation that is only serving you back. I'm not, Lady Cut ain't saying come on here and be laying it all out for a man that ain't even trying to marry you. I ain't Lady Cut ain't saying be no fool. I'm telling you to be accountable for the right situation. Don't be accountable and submit with good sense to a man that don't even want to submit sense up in you. Don't pour in a cup that's already overwhelmed. Yeah, you done overwhelmed the cup. You got your cup is undone and you still trying to pour in that cup, baby. I'm going to keep saying it to the day I die. If you pouring into that person and they pouring into themselves, who is making sure that your cup is running over? Pour into you. With accountability, always focus on you. Correct? Accountability is about what I, even a serenity prayer say, what? God give me, strength to what? To accept things that I can't accept. If you having some problem with accountability, just gonna get to that serenity prayer, baby. It's wonderful. Being soft, it don't mean that you weak. It just shows that you've healed from one thing that traumatized you. A lot of people will say, "Oh, I want to be in my soft girl era," and really don't understand, baby. You can manifest it all day, but if you're not willing to see yourself and undo yourself, baby, it ain't no point of trying to be soft. It's like, what is a s'more? Yeah, think about why that graham cracker is on the outside. Nobody is telling you, yes. Ain't nobody telling you don't have no hard surface. Okay? Because how you going to identify the devil? Because he don't put no PTO in. What I'm saying is have that hard surface where you're able to block out the enemy. But inside, baby, you should be gooey like that chocolate and that marshmallow that's about to go in your mouth right now, 3, 2, 1. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to have that soft gear era. Heal the inner you. So when because when that good man coming up in your presence and he trying to fight the fight and he ain't gonna be perfect, you gotta understand that oftentimes we be knee deep in mud and be flinging mud everywhere and then wonder why he muddy too. Sometimes we all be in mess and we all got some stuff we gotta wonder. So if you ain't perfect, and yes, he without sin, sorry Lord, he without sin cast the first stone. If you really faith based, you wouldn't even be pressed by nobody. If they mess up and they coming to you and they man enough to say I'm wrong, you should be willing to say, you know what, and I could have been better too. Nobody's perfect. Ain't nobody giving 100% and just all the way working other than God. And unless you over here performing miracles, you might want to just we know that scattered skies and thunderstorms are, we know that a storm is happening because we see it. Yes. When you look at, yes, sometimes it be thunderstorming and we don't even know it. We don't even know it be raining, y'all. We don't know it's raining until we hear the thunderstorm and then you hear the rain. That's when you know when you're in a situation. So with ending with accountability, I want you to reflect and understand you don't know you undone until you undone. You don't know you going off on your partner for no reason until you really realize, because they help you realize that you're going off for no reason. You don't know that you're not in your soft gear era because ain't nobody really around you sufficing you. So sometimes people around you could tell you you're doing everything right, but baby, be so undone. That's why self-esteem, self-reflection, self-love is so important. Self-care, because you got to take care of you, baby, before you take care of anybody else. The only reason I could tell you that is because for 30 years, I have put everybody first. And it went into my 30th year that I was able to pour into myself because I had to worry about, I can't be a mom. And I love being a mom. Can't be a wife. And I love being a wife. Can't be none of that if I ain't me. Make sense? So when you in that storm, when you seeing them scatter showers, don't feel overwhelmed. Like when we see it's raining, babe, and we know we just got to bust down 613. Yes, ow, what you do, boo? You get a little scared, but guess what? You go get you a bag, you go get you an umbrella, you go get you something to put over your head to show, okay, boom, I can get through this storm. With accountability, you gonna come undone sometimes. It's like a tissue that just keep unraveling and boo. You know how sometimes you really just trying to start it and you done unravel the whole tissue paper roll. It's okay. Because guess what? Once you finally get it together and you realize, you know what, I can just tear this whole piece off and just start anew. That's what you do with your accountability. When you mess up, hey, boom, I'm not perfect. God told me Jesus died on the cross for our sins because of imperfections. Because of imperfections. So you got to love everything that is undone about you. I love every screw that is kind of loose on me. And I tie into it, and I'm going to be, fruitfully blessed for that. Find you again. So you can be accountable and thrive and live in your relationships, whether that's with your mom, your sister, your brother, your kid, your partner, your workship. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you go. People like to say it's always just either about your baby or your partner. No, sometimes you got some work to do with your family too. Your work family, everyday family. If you got your own business, your client, everything. It all goes together. So once you realize basic instructions before leaving Earth, baby, you got this. I wanted to end episode 3 because it was a little lengthy. I ain't want to get to 15 minutes, but boom, sometimes we got to take it there. When you being accountable, just be accountable for the right person. Do not let anybody gaslight you or a narcissist to tell you that you got to be accountable for something that you, yes, don't let nobody tell you 1 + 1 is 5. It's 2, babe. Lean not to your own understanding and know when to be accountable. Okay? Don't listen to this and think every time you argue with your man that, oh, I just got to be accountable. Yeah, talk about the truth of what you did wrong. Don't let nobody convince you of something that you know you ain't did. So I love y'all. Episode 4, I know gonna be lit. But just keep thriving, keep living in everything that you need to be. If y'all have any questions, concerns, please, y'all know how to get at me. Please get at me. Please get at me. Please get at me. Find me on TikTok. I'm Lady Cut 4.30. Or you can get me on Facebook at Mia MIA Callicut CALLICUTT. And I will be there for you. I'll be there for you. If you want my email, it's CALLICUTT2022@gmail.com. And that's where you can email all your inquiries for the next episode or anything that you may have questions about, or you may want to just have a further just one-on-one about, boo. I got you. Let's create the community that we need. Love you.